Alright, hey guys, so the Humble Monthly for this month was just released and it included quite a few good games, but before I get into those, I do want to mention that next month's early unlocks look absolutely fantastic. You're getting a Hat in Time, the Escapists 2, along with Conan Exiles, so compared to this month, next month's Humble Monthly looks leaps and bounds better, at least in my opinion, especially for a Hat in Time, which is essentially like the 3D Mario games like Mario Galaxy or Mario Sunshine. If you're into 3D platformers, A Hat in Time is an absolute must-have. It is very charming, very vibrant in its graphics and so forth, and it's just a super amazing game. And as you can see here, overwhelmingly positive reviews, 98% positive, which is absolutely incredible, especially for a fairly expensive game. It's very rare to see positive reviews in that high of regard. And this game came out fairly recently. It came out last year, at the end of last year, so I'm kind of surprised that it's already in a Humble Monthly. Along with that, you're getting the Escapist 2. I didn't play the first Escapist, so I don't really know a whole lot about it. It's some sort of game where you play as a convict and you try to escape from various prisons. It's sort of a strategy game. Looks pretty charming as well. And then we have Conan Exiles, which is essentially a open world survival multiplayer game, very similar to games like Rust, although this game has a large variety of monsters to fight in the Conan universe. The graphics are amazing, the combat is pretty enjoyable, and just everything about it is very, very enjoyable. You can spend a lot of time in Conan Exiles, especially if you play online with other people or with friends. So in my opinion, the early unlocks for next month are just absolutely incredible. I encourage everyone to pick up next month's Humble Monthly. If you decide to subscribe today, you'll instantly get these 3 games, and you'll also get like 4 or 5 other Steam games at the beginning of next month. If you scroll down, you can see how the pricing works. Basically, you pay $12 a month and you can cancel at any time. So if you decide to buy today, you can immediately cancel and you'll still get the 3 early unlocks along with the games that come in next month. Or you can just decide to stay subscribed and it'll just charge you $12 a month. But overall, I've had great success with the Humble Monthly. Every month has had some very quality games, and it's very recommended, at least in my opinion, to pick up the Humble Monthlies and make sure you don't miss out on some of these great titles. If you go up on the page a little bit, you can actually scroll through previous months and see what other games were unlocked. There's been so many great games in the Humble Monthlies over the last like 2 years. And if you are a new subscriber and you want to help support me in this channel, make sure you use the referral link in the description below. It helps me out a ton, and I'm very appreciative for any of you who decide to use any of my Humble Bundle referral links. Okay, so now to go over all of the games that were released for this month for previous Humble Monthly subscribers. There were 8 games in total. You should see them all in your inbox. You get Forts, the Titan Quest bundle, which comes with the DLC, I believe, Hearts of Iron 4, Black Wake, Portal Knights, Shines, the Lightning Kingdom, Interplanetary, Enhanced Edition, Serial Cleaner, and you also get a Humble Original called Stumble Hill. So overall, it was a pretty good bundle, I would say. I'm a little bit disappointed in it. There's nothing that stands out too much for me personally, but it really depends on what types of games you're interested in. There is, of course, some really big ones like Hearts of Iron 4 that I'm sure a lot of you were excited about, especially if you're into strategy games. But just go to the Steam store and just check out some of the games. I really don't know too much about them. First game, Forts, it says it's a physics-based RTS where you essentially build a tower of guns and you go to war with another player and try to destroy their buildings. Kind of reminds me of like the Worms series, although this looks far more entertaining. It does have mixed reviews recently and mostly positive, so there's probably a couple things wrong with it, but overall I think it looks pretty interesting and I'm looking forward to trying that out. The second game, Titan Quest Anniversary Edition, I believe this is a fairly old game, but they re-released it a couple years back. It's a hack and slash action RPG that has very high praise among the community. Looks fairly enjoyable. I never played the original games, but I might jump into this just because I'm a big fan of action RPGs. And in the Humble Monthly, you also get the DLC, Titan Quest Ragnarok, which is typically $20. So it's kind of cool to receive that as well in the Humble Monthly. The next game, Hearts of Iron 4, which is a grand strategy game that takes place during the World War II era. Typically, this game is like $40 or $50, so it's kind of neat to see it in the Humble Monthly. I know a lot of people really love the Hearts of Iron series, and you can get a ton of hours into it. If you're fans of grand strategy games, I'm sure you realize like these games are very addictive, and you can literally spend like 100 hours. Very high replayability, very enjoyable games. So next we have Black Wake, which is a multiplayer naval combat. You're sort of a pirate, you're fighting other pirate ships. Looks great. There's also some other mechanics as well. There's like fort defense and so forth. This would be a fun game to try out. I'm sure there's some pretty epic multiplayer battles online. And then we have Portal Knights. I really don't know a whole lot about Portal Knights. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Minecraft in a way. I'm sure it's better than that, but yeah, I just haven't played it yet. But it looks like there's some base building mechanics. There's also some RPG elements. So it's sort of like Minecraft, but a little bit more RPG focused, and it looks fairly enjoyable. Very cute graphics and so forth. Little mini games that you can play online with other people. So it's sort of like a sandbox RPG. Then we have Shine's The Lightning Kingdom. Personally, I was most excited to see this game just because this has been on my wish list and I didn't have it. It's a action RPG with sort of a anime vibe to it. I really enjoy RPGs like this. Very vibrant graphics, very cute, great story, and lots of content and so forth. But this looks great. Another like action RPG. And then we have a game called Interplanetary, which is a turn-based strategy game where you build up a planet and you shoot rockets or missiles at other planets, and you sort of use gravity to hit your target. Looks fairly enjoyable. I haven't played it, but it looks exciting, so I'm going to try to play it in the near future. A game called Serial Cleaner, where you play as the guy who picks up the dead bodies and so forth when a murder happens. Looks fairly enjoyable. You have to avoid getting caught by the police and so forth. So yeah, that one looks good as well. Typically it's a $15 game. And then I think that's about it for this Humble Monthly. Overall, you're getting 8 games plus some DLC. I think it's worth it. It's definitely worth the buy-in price at $12, although there wasn't really anything too exciting, at least personally, besides Shines. That game looked very interesting. But I know a lot of people were excited to see Black Wake, Hearts of Iron 4, and Portal Knights as the early unlocks. Some of the other games look fairly interesting as well, so I'll definitely be trying those out. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this month's Humble Monthly. Again, next month's Humble Monthly includes A Hat in Time, The Escapists 2, and Conan Exiles. So if you guys want to pick up those games, along with about 5 other games that are randomly just given to you at the beginning of next month, make sure you guys subscribe and use my referral link in the description below to help me out. Again, the early unlocks alone has a retail value of about $90, so that's pretty incredible for early unlocks. So yeah, the Humble Monthly, just for $12, you're getting 3 great games. So just for the early unlocks, I think it's worth the buy-in price. But yeah, that's about it for this month's Humble Monthly. I look forward to next week on Tuesday. There should be another game bundle for Humble Bundle. Last month was very dry and barren in terms of Humble Bundles, just because the summer sale was going on. So I'm really looking forward to what they have for us in store on Tuesday. But I'll definitely be covering that. So thanks for watching and have a nice day. And real quick before I forget, if you are new to the Humble Monthly, you also get access to the Humble Trove, which is a ton of DRM free games which you can download and keep forever. There's a ton of good games here, and they are all completely free for Humble Monthly subscribers. So this is just an added perk to everyone who's subscribed to the Humble Monthly. You also get 10% off the Humble Store, and on the Humble Store, they basically sell almost every game that you can find on Steam, and they have sales as well, and the 10% discount stacks on the Humble Store sales, so you can get some pretty good discounts through the Humble Store. But yeah, that's about it for this month's Humble Monthly. I look forward to next week on Tuesday. There should be another game bundle for Humble Bundle. Last month was very dry and barren in terms of Humble Bundles, just because the summer sale was going on. So I'm really looking forward to what they have for us in store on Tuesday. But I'll definitely be covering that. So thanks for watching and have a nice day.